The following discussion is for informational purposes only. It is not an offer or a solicitation of an offer to buy or sell securities. We're not investment advisors. By viewing and or listening to this video or audio, you agree to the terms and conditions which you can view in full at msmicrocaps.com.
Hello, this is Maj Sweden with a very quick video. I want to talk to you about a product I'm developing and with my brother and analyst Jan Zvenda. You've heard us talk about this before here and there, and maybe seen it in some of our emails. It's a press release tool that helps really speed up the process of researching through press releases. If that's something you like doing, I highly recommend that people, that an investor, especially in the beginning stages of the full-time investing career or part-time, really utilize press releases as a way to really catalyze the research process a little bit and make it more efficient. Hold on one second here. We got a call coming in. Back one of our stocks that we have in our model portfolios and Cliff Notes, TSSI, had a big day today. So everyone's calling me. So that was another one of those those calls. Anyways, so back to press releases again. I've used it all my life. When I mean, in my investing career, very, very beginning, I really wanted to understand how to read management speak, how to read through BS, and really start really making a mental journal of the teams that would maybe work consistent in their messaging and under promise, over delivered, and those that maybe keep telling you a narrative that never comes true. You'll be amazed. I remember there's companies that I remember from years ago when I first started, they're still saying the same story today, and they're still underperforming. So it's good to have that kind of reflection of your journey a little bit in your research. Those little small things you can't stress that enough. Anyway, so the problem with using press release tools is that it can take, or I'm sorry, reading press releases from different, wires, it can take forever to basically go through them because they're not really built for investors in a way to do research. So I'm going to show you how I used it today to find an interesting stock to put in my pipeline. This stock is an agriculture equipment company, and it's actually out of Canada. And I found out for the first time today reading press releases. And you could have found the stock in many different ways, but I'm going to show you how quickly it kind of makes me look at the story and quickly put it in my funnel. So let me share my screen with you first. Let's go here. Here it is. All righty. So I think you can probably see this. I'm going to turn my video off while we're doing this. Or actually just hide the video panel. Let me just do this too. All right, so here's the I'll try to make it bigger here for you if I can. It's probably better if you're viewing this on your desktop because this application right now is best built for a desktop, and we're in the middle of optimizing it before we launch it for mobile to make it a little more friendly. But you can still see what's going on probably if you zoom in and stuff. So here is the basic premise. Here's this is bringing in all these different wires. Right now, we're just covering North America, basically Canada and the US. As you can see here, when you click on a press release, it's very nice. You can see the news release right here without leaving the windows. The confines of your research space here. You can read the whole release. And you can, if you want to look at a chart, we have a chart in there. You can look at some fundamental data. We're going to keep adding things across the top here to help you go through your research process. Imagine being able to see SEC documents, Form 4s, 13Ds, investor presentations, and across the whole thing here. So we got some big things planned. Conference call transcripts. Anyways, but we're starting with the press release, crawling before we can walk. You can also do filters here. drop down filters where you can start filtering by price and different categories you want to look at, outstanding shares, and then market cap. So I'm not going to get into I'm just going to keep it all up right now. I'm not going to get into my filters right now. So generally, though, speaking, I do look at stocks with less than 50 million outstanding shares. So before this, having this program here, I would have to open up every press release. If I was going to go to PR Newswire, for example, and do it that way, or even have a filter that brings all releases to me from different wires, I still have to open up the press release, figure the market cap out, look at the outstanding share count. So for me, the share count is very important in my research process. I want to look at nano cap companies trading under 25 bucks usually that have less than 50 million outstanding shares. That's kind of our nano caps and microcaps. When I'm bored and have a lot more time, I'll go up the market cap chain. But right now, earnings season is hot right now, so I want to really concentrate on my bread and butter. So I just, eyeing this up, I just can go down here and I can see, okay, these have a lot of shares, don't want them, billion. And then here we go. This is the first one, Bueller Industries. So this is the first stock tonight I'm looking at. Right now is 6:47 p.m. on Tuesday evening, May 14th. And we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 releases in, and here we go. We already have one that's under 50 million outstanding shares. And it looks like it's a Canadian TSX. And the price is $2.17. Market cap is what, 54 million. So this is basically a nano cap. Let's click on that right there, and boom, we have the quick release over here. So this is there's really nothing in this release except a paragraph here about what they're the numbers. And what caught my eye here was, revenues were up nicely, 71 million versus 56 million, but they lost money. So we want to find out what happened there. So we just go read the narrative here. The company achieved income from operations of $4 million in the first quarter compared with a loss of 100,000 in the prior year first quarter by increasing margins and reducing selling and administration expenses. Offsetting the increase in income was an increase in foreign exchange loss of 1.2 million, additional interest expense of 700,000, and a decrease in the gain of the disposal of assets by 8 million. I guess last year they had a big gain. That's where the 16 cents came from there. Now moving on here, let's see here. So looking forward, sales are projected to be higher in 2024 as the company continues to improve problems associated with supply chain issues. So this is a company that still has not rectified the supply chain issues. We love looking at those companies. They're still maybe interesting companies with nice revenue, but are fixing things. The company has large backlog of sales and continues to have strong demand for its agricultural machinery and equipment. The company's majority shares were acquired by Basic Tractor. That was interesting. So we're going to want to look in my research funnel, like who is this? I'm writing that down, Basic Tractor, a wholly owned subsidiary of Asco Holdings on December 20th, 2023. So that was, I wonder if there's some debt associated with that, or we'll see. That'll be something we'll look at later. The company expects to see a profitability improve as a result of actions taken early in 2024. Margins are projected to improve in 2024 as a result of operating efficiencies stemming from increased shipments. So this is one, okay, this is going to screen horribly on a lot of people's, if they use screens or if they're losing money. So that might be the first thing they look at and say, we're done with this thing. But let's go. What I like about this application now, I can immediately go here and type in the symbol BUI. See. Hit return, and all the releases come up. Bang, let's look at that. I don't have to, go anywhere else. I don't have any advertisements from Yahoo, telling me to go look at the next, next multi-bagger stocks from some newsletter. It's all about stocks, all about business, all about this company. So we just looked at this one, this release here. Now we go over here. Okay, Bueller Industries streamlines operations. Well, that's interesting. Let's read that. So we go here. Let's see. Bueller Industries, or the manufacturer of versatile and Farm King brands of farm equipment, has made operational restructuring changes in the first quarter of 24 that is expected to result in significant full-year savings. We're going to want to find out what that means. The company also plans to increase production in 2024 over 23 results. further resulting increasing margins. Basic Tractor Tyrene, whoever these guys are over here, which recently acquired a 96.7%. Wow. Is fully supportive of returning the company back to profitability and expects to see sales of both versatile and farm kick equipment increase in the coming years. Basic Tractor is a wholly owned subsidiary of ASCO Holdings. So that's interesting. So now we want to, we want to understand now how much of those are they going savings are they going to get from the restructuring changes? So I'm writing that down in my notes. Now we have one over here, which is receives additional financing. Well, this is going to be dilutive. Is it going to be debt? What is it? So here we go. Wholly owned subsidiary of Mueller Industries has received $14 million or 10 million in 10.7 in US in additional long-term financing from its majority owner, Bassick Tractor. It's a credit facility. Okay. In addition, the company continues to negotiate credit facilities with the Canadian Imperial Bank. A portion of the credit facility was paid at the time of the takeover on December 2023. So I guess now it's saying takeover. So this is getting interesting. The stock is still trading. They're saying takeover here. So it was only a 96% ownership stake here. So now the next question I'm gonna have I'll be find out is this company still public? Well, let's see if we can find I'll tell you 1 second. I wonder if this transaction still hasn't closed yet, and it's just going to be. Here it is. No. What's the symbol on this thing here? Uh, huh. Well, this says, oh, there it is. BUI. Let's just try TXS. It does say it's trade. Yeah, it's just trading. Yeah, so it is trading. So it's still around. Definitely going to want to figure out, this what's going on here in terms of ownership. But it says here it has a PE of, on the Yahoo at least, or on Google, 7.6 PE. So we're going to look into that a little bit. So we want to look into the financing. We want to look into this takeover. We want to look into the restructuring expenses. Restructuring moves are going to save from the expenses. We have appointed a new president over here. Okay, big deal. Here it is. December 28th. ASCO Holdings closes acquisition of 97% of the common shares of Mueller Industries. I think this thing's going to be thin. Purchased 24,184 shares. They also purchased all the outstanding debt owing by the company to Rostelmash, whoever that had, Rostelmash, where he purchased price. So this possibly was a transaction to save it from bankruptcy. It looks really interesting, and this is, and now this I'm just not going to really maybe interesting special situations, um, type of deal. So I want to look at this and the capital structure to see if if there's any convertible kind of instruments here that are going to blow up the share count. I'm going to want to look at the balance sheet and all that good stuff here. Says zero total debt, but that maybe that I don't doesn't make any sense. But that would be the case. And they're definitely profitable. $36 million net income Canadian. $1.60 EPS. 20 where's the here we go. Revenue 32 million. EBITDA positive. EBITDA is pretty close to net income. Low return on equity of only 7%. Anyways, yeah, so I just want to show you this and how this quickly was. I was able to read the press releases, read the story of the company, the journey, to really kind of start digging into um, what the story is all about. So I hope that, let me see here. Hope that helped you a little bit, see where I'm coming from and why I'm really excited about this tool and launching it soon. So we'll talk to you soon, and we'll let you know if anything good comes out of this company out of Canada.